Yes, I'm back at the body and the chassis assembly of this thing, and I've completed a smoke adapter. The smoke that I use, this is the old Flyer smoke, right? The smoke I use, especially for these engines, is a 3D printed smoke housing that's very similar but unique. And I use a PC board like I do up there for this to control the heat of the smoke. And I have these housings that I use for it. I got some black ones and red ones. It all depends on how much filament I have, what I'm doing. Excuse me, what I'm doing. But there's a heater element, a heat element that hangs down from this PC board, and it goes down in there. Down on the bottom of that, I put what's called packing, and it's kind of like that angel hair, right? I put the angel hair down there, the heater. I soak the angel hair with smoke oil, and there's a hidden passage from deep inside the smoke exit down to the reservoir. So you put oil in the same way we do in the engine. And if you look through the top, you'll see there's a hole at the top. And if you look through here, you can actually see that hole from the top of this little opening here. In this opening, then, I bolt a motor, and in front of this motor, there's a little fan. I have one of those fans somewhere. I did have, anyway. They're around. Anyway, tiny little fan. And what it does is it sucks air in here. I'll show you. It sucks air in here through that hole in the center. And then it pushes it out the hole at the top. And the hole at the top goes through the smoke chamber where the coil and the angel hair and the oil is. And the coil gets hot, and it evaporates the oil off the angel hair, and it turns to smoke, and this becomes a smoke chamber. So when air pressure comes through here, it pushes the smoke out that hole there at the top, and that hole goes all the way up to here and comes out to stop. That's chimney smoke, and it's driven by a fan, so we call this fan-driven smoke. And that's cool because the digital controls the fan. You have a button or a switch or some trigger that says fan on, and you fan off, fan off, fan off. So and it shuts off. So you get a burst of smoke and it shuts off, and that's in essence the chuffing of smoke, the puffing of smoke as the engine operates. Here you get it from a piston every time that wheel turns around. That piston pushes smoke out. In our case, we have an electric motor driven by Digitronics somewhere around here. Maybe it's not here. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, there is something, and it tells the motor to turn on. Now, what's going to tell the motor to turn on in the new system is the cams and the limit switches. Remember, man, the two switches we had. One of them was for puff, and one of them is for chuff. There they are inside there. So one's going to say puff the fan, and that's going to be sitting on top of, well, the black box is smoke. The red is the adapter that allows it to mount onto the chassis. You can see a little bit. I'll take it out in a minute. I got it bolted up because I was verifying my alignment, because we have drilled a hole in this royal blue, right? And Leon built this, and he drilled the hole. And look at that. Boy. Now, he drilled a hole where I asked him to, but boy, I think the two of us are very well coordinated. And as you can see down here, we're only on the tab by half the width of the engine slot, but that's exactly where it lines up, and that's where it lines up on all of them. And this is factory royal blue. The only difference is the paint. So far, it's got a DC motor, puff and chuff signal. It's got an adapter and a smokehouse. Now, the smokehouse is empty right now. What I'm going to do is transplant this part on top. They all fit with the same 4-screw hole pattern. So I can just lift this out, put in the stuff, or the one in there, or red one. I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably use the black one. And it'll fit in there, and then it's wired and ready to go. So I'll have the smoke. Then what I need to find is a 9-volt power supply. Oh, yeah, I got them right here on this. See, I'm cannibalizing. Yeah, I cannibalized the engine. That's okay. I got 9-volt power supply. I have the power distribution panel, and I have, voila, the motor control board for our digital reverse, okay? And then these are the wipers or the pickups for the tender power, all-wheel pickup, right? These are steel wheels or brass, and they pick up power from there. But the problem I had was this, as you can see, this chassis is too short, this chassis is too narrow. So I got a chassis that's the right length, but it's too narrow, and one's the right width and it's too short. So now I was going to finish the smoke. The hard part of the smoke is really done. I'll bolt that lid on in about 5 minutes and then we'll be done with that. Then I can go understand where's all my parts. Oh, and there was something else I found. Oh yeah, where is it? Oh, here it is. I haven't test fitted this yet. I don't know if I want to do it with you guys watching or not. It may not be able to go in. I don't think it'll go in. There's not a lot of room in here. It's a test fit. It's too tight. This is a different piece. Okay, that is a what I call firebox. I got some others here. Let's try them. I know I have one that will fit. And the firebox I use because when you look in the cabin and you